So I left my ID at the house. I was gonna go to the club for free, but then, so I guess I'm not feeling it anyway. Go Thursday for free if I can. But here's some shit I want to talk about.
Waiting for Perry.
Headline, story time, or rhyme. You never know what's on my mind.
Paired.
So, my first thought. First thought. Okay. So I was watching this movie, and I got a little bit into it, like, you know, lengthwise, and this dude said in the movie, he was like, yeah, my girlfriend, she's mad at me. He goes, why? He said, because I want to go to Mars. He was like, you want to go to Mars? He said, yeah, he said, yeah, NASA is doing this audition, and the winners that's selected gets to go to Mars. He said, I want to go to Mars, you know? It's Mars. He said, I don't know, they probably won't pick me though. And then, but he looked, they were, you know, but they had the, you know, the perpetration of him as like kind of like a clown. But when he said that, I was like, there ain't nothing wrong to going to Mars, because technically you would literally have out of this world knowledge. Technically, you'd be the smartest motherfucker when you came back to Earth. In a sense, everything that everybody knows on this Earth, most of the time they don't get to go out, you know, past the Earth's atmosphere into space. So if you land on Mars, technically you have two forms of knowledge. Two worlds of knowledge. Technically you have out of this world knowledge. So that was my first thought. I was like, yeah, there was nothing wrong with wanting to fucking go to Mars. Keep that dream. If anything, he should probably dump that girl, even though it was a movie. If she doesn't appreciate you wanting to go to Mars, fuck her. But he was like, yeah, I was going to buy my girlfriend some tits, though. He said, because they were about to break into this house, he said, I'm going to use the money to buy my girlfriend some tits, because she's mad at me. And then that's when he proceeded to say, yeah, because I wanted to go to Mars. I was like, hey, maybe he should just dump that girl. Any girl that stops you from flying, or anybody that stops you from flying and wants you to walk on the ground all the time with them, yeah, you know. Another thought. Okay, I find it ironic that a nigga named that Murder on My Mind nigga, he's got the death penalty, or he's facing the death penalty. Now, one, we wouldn't be friends if you snitched on me, kind of like Bobby Shmurda. I wouldn't appreciate you making a song about me killing fools. But anyway, you know, because I knew this one dude, he said, if I'm locked up, he said, if we both commit the same crime, and on a Monday, he said, if we both commit the same crime on a Monday, and the feds snatch you up on Friday, and then Saturday, they come kick in my door, and I'm with a girl, you snitched. He said, you snitched. So, what I'm getting at is, I find it ironic that his last name is Demons. And I just find it ironic because, you know, universal means turnage, you know what I'm saying? If you look in the dictionary, universal means turnage because everybody's aging. So anyway, but, you know, I just find it ironic. I just find it, like, ironic that a dude by the name of, his last name is Demons, got murder cases. Want to talk about it? Want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, here's another topic. So, Out of Time. Okay, the movie Out of Time starred Denzel Washington, Eva Mendes, Sanaa Lathan. But here's my fucking theory. Alright, here's my theory. My out of this world theory. Okay, so Out of This World takes place before what? Training Day. Let's think about this. Let's put the timelines together. Who is Denzel Mathias married to? Eva Mendes. Or they're going through a divorce. Which means, but he was with Sanaa Lathan in college. Spoiler alert, he was with her in college. And then she went to go on to go get her ass kicked, which that's what she get. Because he was trying to offer her better and she didn't want it. So that's what she get. I'm not condoning the actions of domestic violence or anything like that. But that's what you get, you know. If I offer you better and say, hey, I can, drive you to work, take care of you, we got a lot of things in common. What's up? This nigga walk in, he hit you, and you go, I don't know, no, get out the car, because now I'm wasting time. You know what I'm saying? So, and then she'll probably text you like, hey, So, anyway, he was with her in college. Sanaa Lathan's character in college. He was with Sanaa Lathan's character in college. Which means he was cheating on Eva Mendes. Even, that happened in the last part of the movie. But let's get into it. Maybe this is where he learns to be a dirty cop. Maybe this timeline takes place on the same timeline as Training Day. Think about the shit. Think about it. Because in the movie, he says, I got 4 boys. He's with Eva Mendes. Sanaa Lathan, the character, dies. She's up in the projects. He changes his name. And he goes to another police department because he killed the motherfucker and he did all that dirty shit. Now remember, Ethan Hawke's character is sitting in the table. And then that's when it comes to fruition of who Alonzo is. He says, Alonzo, that's a dirty motherfucker. That's why I'll never shake his hand. Maybe he transferred police departments and transferred and changed his name. Because remember, he was living all right. And then next thing you know, they never actually show him in a car. I mean, never actually show him in a house. He's driving in a car with a changed name because maybe it was too suspicious because he killed that motherfucker in Miami. Remember the Russians said, Alonzo's a hothead. Dirty motherfucker. I'll never shake his hand. He ended up getting into it with some dude, with the Russian, and killed him. Snaps killed him. Turns out that nobody was a somebody. Now they want $1 million on his head. Where did they get the life insurance? Come on, they're the Russian mafia. They're gonna fucking find you. It's mob movie. Let's just say they found him, or people find you. Look at the way they killed Kokoschky. Look at the way they found that motherfucker. Look at the way they detected. The way they motherfucking found out how he got killed. So they find you. They found him. So he moves to Los Angeles. He says he has 4 boys, but you only see 1. So maybe they're all grown up and shit. You don't know, but he says he has 4 boys. He never says, did he say he has a mistress? I don't remember, did Alonzo say he had a mistress? But he said he had 4 boys. And then you see Eva Mendes' character. Maybe they're in witness protection. Or in a certain way, because you can't just go just disappear after that, I guess. Or maybe you still want to be a cop. But remember, she knows about the dirty money. She knows he's a dirty cop. Because remember, in the car, in the movie Mathias, she kind of figured it out. And then she figures it out at the end. But she still sticks by him. You know what I'm saying? So after that, the movie travels all the way to Training Day, and therefore ending Denzel's character in Training Day's timeline. Alonzo's character. So all the events from Out of Time are saying out of time for Denzel's character, because he eventually dies in Training Day. Real talk, think about it. It all makes sense. They just changed the name, moved to a different city because it got too hot. Because then eventually maybe somebody would have started investigating what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe maybe it was just time to move, but they moved, and for whatever reason they transferred names. And I forgot. Yeah, she changed her name too. So, yeah, they take place on the same timeline, just like Jarhead takes place before End of the Watch. Because remember, he said, what were you doing before this job? He said, Marines. And police always always get accepted into the police. I mean, veterans definitely get accepted into the police academy. Come on now. You already have training. You know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. So, with that being stated, let's see. Mile 22 takes place before departure. Yeah, because in the movie, he said, what do you want to do after this? Be a cop. Remember that? And then all the people died, and then he goes to Boston. Changes his name, and that's where he learned to, he was a detective, because he was a high-ranking, so even if he got promoted or, he was just, transferred to that position, you know what I'm saying, with the prior military and Secret Service knowledge that he knew. So with that being stated, yeah, Mile 22 takes place before the departure. Let's see. College life plans. Oh yeah, this is a big one for me. So I'm about to turn, my brother turned 22. I'm going to turn 27 next month. And I look back at life and, we have a few regrets that we're prone to them. Whether we want to admit it or not. I mean, we can't sit and, we just use it. I wish I would have known what I wanted to do in college before because I had hurt myself really bad. And I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. I should have just sat there and said, I don't know. Because life, school doesn't prepare you for life. And they go, just go to school. I mean, your parents definitely want the best for you, but I should have just not been afraid. To the people that watch this, to the people that eventually watch this, don't be afraid to say, I don't know what I want to do with my future. Straight after getting told what to fucking do for 18 years. And then you go jump and go into debt after not really knowing. Look, I'm looking at all the people back in my class who graduated high school. Some of these people were football. Who graduated high school, who didn't graduate high school, and who graduated college. And I'm looking at some of these people didn't graduate college. Some of these people, I'm thinking who. Some of them got, but I'm trying to think. I don't keep in touch with them. But a lot of these people didn't graduate college. A lot of them went to community college. And it's worse to go to school and not graduate and be in debt. But shit. Should have just said, I don't know. Just say, I don't know. But just say the future is bright. There's lots of options for me. Yeah, don't even say, I don't know. Just say, I'm looking at a lot of options. And then they go, oh, well, what options? Just be like, and they say, are you thinking of going to school? Oh, that's one option. And people go, oh, you go to school? Thank you for your advice, but I don't want to, if you don't want to fucking go to school for a couple years, there's nothing wrong with that. Nah, I see. I remember one time being so in tune with what my parents would say. I remember saying school isn't for everybody. And one dude was like, nah, I don't agree. School is for everybody. And he was like, nah, I don't agree with that. And he had his own business years down the line. I don't know how successful it actually was, but shit, I haven't got my own business and I went to school. I don't think he did. You know what I'm saying? So, and here's what really gets me. Whenever I used to talk to people, they used to tell me their plans so confident. They used to be like, yeah, I'm going to go to school, be a kinesiologist and, and then start working for this company. Or I'm going to be a business major and I'm going to own my own business and get my master's. And I used to hear, and I used to be one of those people that quoted that. None of those people finished college. Most of those people didn't finish college. Like 90% of them. To about right now that I can think of. I'm still thinking. They tried community college. Some went to university. Failed out. Well, there's a variety of reasons, but shit, don't pretend. Just say the future's bright, because you don't want to doom your own future. Just be like, I'm looking at a lot of options. And now I see, like, I got a cousin, and he's living it up. There's nothing wrong with that. Live it up before you fucking start making big ass decisions in life. At least. And even when you are making big ass decisions in life, you know, sometimes you gotta live it up. Real talk. Real talk. Lynching to be a federal crime. Lynching to now they're passing a bill that lynching will be considered a federal crime. It's 3 African American I forgot senators who are passing the bill to make lynching a crime. 4,700 people. How many people? It was like, no, in World War II it was 4,000 people alone that got lynched. But it was like, hold on, before I go quoting shit. Federal. Let me see. Okay. It says legislative to make lynching a federal crime clears historic hurdle in Congress. This is pretty big. 3 African American senators, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Tim Scott. Okay. And then let's look at the numbers. More than 4,000 people were lynched. 4,700 people were lynched in the United States from 1982 to 1968. In the United States from 1882 to 1968, according to the research of Tuskegee University. Almost 75% of the victims were African American. A 2000 report by the Equal Justice Initiative put the number of African Americans lynched in the American South between the end of the Civil War and World War II at almost 4,000. So here's the repercussions of it, though. Okay. Where's there's somebody that's trying to filibuster? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, here it goes. It says the bill says if that 2 or more people are convicted of killing someone because of their actual or perceived race, color, religion, or national origin, they can be sentenced up to life in prison. If the lynching victim experiences bodily harm, the perpetrators face no less than 10 years in prison. Oh man, is this Saha the Prince? Shh. Damn.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson, we trapping, I beat the sun up. That's just how I will run up. Whippers, I got a bunch of. On Memorial, driving the Cutlass, I'm bumping young blood. Feel like I'm hitchhiking. Every flow is a thumbs up. I give you my spirit till all my niggas' wrists is uncuffed. It's hard to celebrate Christmas as a black man. Cause like ornaments on trees, that's just how we was hung up. One love, MTV, this is unplugged. Stacking this cheese reminds me of mama's lasagna. From crafting double entendre, the child of Coleman and Tanya. Just a gap, too genius, word to my cousin Jolanda. Twist up this ganja till I go over yonder. They say, I got too much will, like 24s on Hondas. I be sponsored off whites and J's. Reminds me of mama's lasagna. From crafting double entendre, the child of Coleman and Tanya. Just a gap, too genius, word to my cousin Jolanda. Twist up this was hung up. One love, MTV, this is unplugged. Stacking this cheese reminds me of mama's lasagna. From crafting double entendre, the child of Coleman and Tanya. Just a gap, too genius, word to my cousin Jolanda. Twist up this was hung up.
Alright, I'm gonna listen to this song.
I'm on the come up, jump up, I pick my gun up. Joe Jackson, we trapping, I beat the sun up. That's just how I will run up. Whippings, I got a bunch of. On Memorial, driving the Cutlass, I'm bumping young bloods. Feel like I'm hitchhiking. Every flow is a thumbs up. I give you my spirit till all my niggas' wrists is uncuffed. It's hard to celebrate Christmas as a black man. Cause like ornaments on trees, that's just how we was hung up. One love, MTV, this is unplugged. Stacking this cheese reminds me of mama's lasagna. From crafting double entendre, the child of Coleman and Tanya. Just a gap, too genius, word to my cousin Jolanda. Twist up this ganja till I go over yonder. They say, I got too much will, like 24s on Hondas. I've been sponsored off whites and Ye, living the go. You niggas slow if that just dawned on you. Like kitchen soap, God bless your heart. God bless your heart. Yeah. God bless your heart. Yeah. Be thankful his mercy let us say all these precious thoughts. Yeah. God bless you. I came, I saw, conquer like Caesar said. No time for leisure, that's what the overachiever says. Today, you a Pyru, that's what your teacher spread. I wrote everything in red, cause that's what Jesus said. My thesis read. My partner fed fish scale to the whole village for a piece of bread. Matthew was 14, that's what the preacher played. Just a nigga in the coop, that's
Oh my God! Did you hear that shit?
God bless you. I came, I saw, conquer like Caesar said. No time for leisure, that's what the overachiever says. Today, you a Pyru, that's what your teacher spread. I wrote everything in red, cause that's what Jesus said. My thesis read. My partner fed fish scale to the whole village for a piece of bread. He was 14, that's what the preacher played. Just a nigga in the coop, that's what Jesus said. Until you reach the feds, Cause the boys will hide your ass like an Easter egg. Niggas sweat you while you sleeping, you just peed the bed. A feeding son on death row, I'ma die behind these bars. Cause when I put the pen to pad, they should make the pen my pad. Put this shit on wax, I used to dip and dab, flip it half. I like my cars and my women fast. Bitches love my presence cause I got the gift of gab. My matriarch, low mileage, high APR. I need my lady just like a brand new Mercedes car. It's about your lineage, show 'em I'm not your guinea pig. Might fuck a midget and have twins, I'm trying to have too many kids. Never had a scared pops. Worked 3 jobs, overtime at the sweatshop. I thought I was a good kid, well I guess not. A hot boy, juvenile was my next stop. Breaking through people windows, stealing desktops. Just a bunch of big dummies, Lamonster Red Fox. And I had a red bone who thought that she was headstrong. Had to yoke the bitch up cause she was egged on. By the best friend, got me calling collect home. And she fucked my best partner knowing she did wrong. It ain't her fault I was misguided and led on. But I ain't tripping. God bless your heart. God bless your heart. Yeah. God bless your heart. these precious thoughts. God bless your heart.
You wanna go to Maxfield and you wanna be on Melrose and you want to get some Chanel vintage. Okay.
Split. Woo! Chanel vintage.